What's up, guys? Today let's take a look at Eiifox x BearPanda, The Crown of Vengeance. This is their second articulated figure release because they're primarily a scale figure manufacturer. Their first release is the painted skin, which I happens to be really like because it sort of had this horror theme like you can see here, and it has some of the Chinese theme inspired, although it's very stylized. And as you can see here, Crown of Vengeance is very obviously from a other series because she is based on a original artwork, although it looks quite different. So without further ado, let's take a look at the figure. So at the first glance, I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like some sort of sci-fi slash space Egyptian thing going on, which I happen to really like. I collect a bunch of model kit and action figure from this thing before, and I feel like this figure will fit right into that sort of collection, right? And like I said before, BearPanda is a scale figure manufacturer, so their paint jobs should be pretty nice. So let's take a closer look. The face, it has a sort of a 90s anime look to her. And the hair detail, let's zoom in a little bit. The hair detail is, it's alright. It's not as sharp as, say, Snail Shell and Hasuki, but it's definitely better to like some sort of the, what am I gonna say, Figma. Yeah, the paint job is pretty sharp. I like it. A lot of metallic color going on. A big eyesore is the elbow. For some reason, they're chocolate color. Yeah. The skin tone is actually not brown, but rather like suntanish. Like you can compare it to Snail Shell Garu, and Garu is much darker. Has this sort of asymmetry going on. Paint job is overall pretty nicely done, although I feel like some sort of panel lining and light wash here will make this look much better. The leg, yeah, this is actually pretty typical of the, what are they called, mecha mesume, right? Basically mechanical girls that has flash torso and mechanical limbs. It's very common in like Japanese design. Yeah, overall the paint job is really nice, although she has one of the common issue with Chinese made Bishoujo figures is that their legs are super long. I can take a Kotobuki as model kit, compare, and yeah, the legs are really long, which I guess in this case is understandable because it's mechanical, but sometimes, for example, when you compare it to Snail Shell, like even without the mechanical part, her leg is just super long. Yeah, it's a pretty common thing with Chinese Bishoujo figures. I guess that's what we like. Okay, let's take a look at her articulation. The neck is pretty typical of the sort of Bishoujo action figure. It's a hinge and ball connected to the back of the head, right? She can look up, look down, like you can see the joint, rotation, tilt, like it's all right. The shoulder can raise to the, just a little bit, can raise over 90. The shoulder pad has a hinge, right? Can go 360. It goes 360, yeah, no issue. Bicep swivel. Double jointed arms, although the joint cut is not particularly good looking. And wrist ball. only diaphragm cut. Crunch forward this much, crunch back, side, and rotation only about this much. So torso is actually not that bad considering this sort of figures. No waist cut here. Again, pretty typical. The hip joint are too L-shaped. Although if your figures, when trying to raise the hip, like if it keep popping out, you might want to check, because on mine, this L shape is inserted backward. Like this part is inserted this way. So no big deal. Just pop it out and insert it correctly, right? I can kick about 9 degrees. Go back, not at all. Kick to the side, 9 degrees. And cross leg. Pretty good. Side swivel. Double jointed knee. And ankle can rotate 360 and go back, forward, rocker. Not a lot of rocker, huh? So her articulation is pretty standard, nothing really amazing, but nothing really bad either. So yeah, standard stuff. Oh, and forgot to mention, this has a little hinge on it. Let's take a look at her accessories. She comes with 4 extra faces. The way you swap them is pretty easy. Although the front hair is really loose, so be careful, okay? And she also comes with a swappable front hair piece, like essentially a mask. Okay, and of course, all the faces has articulated eyes using this stick to adjust the eyes. Okay, and she also comes with 3 extra pair of hands. It's a bit annoying because the handguard are swappable. You have to swap them each time you swap hand, and they don't want to stay on the hand very much. So it's very annoying. I don't know why they just make 6 pair of extra handguard and just glue them on. Pretty annoying. Stand her up, please. Next is her cape. It's wired, and I feel like it's double layered, glued together. The way you install it is, first you have to take off the head, which they didn't show in the menu, so I figured this is a good way to... Give me a second. So I think the best way to take out the head is just rotate the neck until there's a gap and insert something like a toothpick inside, because this looks kind of fragile and I don't think pull it out with force is gonna work out for you. Okay, and this piece is removable. You can see the hook here. You put the cape around the hook and throw it back. There you go. It's a pretty nice cape. So that's good. And let's see her weapons. Saber. Pretty nicely detailed. Although the hand that holding it is a little bit loose. Okay. Another weapon is a giant sai. Again, very nicely detailed and painted. And there's a little bit of a gimmick here. You can rotate here and it became a axe. This is the hand. I feel like there's some part that you can take apart. Probably this one. Let me check the manual. Yeah, so the back of the sai/axe come off. And it holds okay. It's not super tight, but definitely better than the saber. Is a key? Another big problem with her accessory is that the hand peg is just way too small, and these soft plastic hand, when trying to, like, basically they just cannot stay in place when you're trying to put the heavy weapons like this, right? Because of the weight of the weapons. They just don't want to stay in place. This combining with the very annoying handguard just make using weapon a pain in the ass. With Kobukiya's React Lumatia, Tsushin's Guardian Arena, Snail Shells, Panzer Bunny, and Tiger Girl Garu. With Kyoto Hasuki, Noda, and Whalework/X Cocoon. With Roman Key X Cow, Accessory Studio, and Fury Toys, and SHF. Figma is about the same height as SHF here. Overall, in the end, I feel like I like this figure less than I should be because I really dig the design. I feel like the sculpt work and paint job is well done enough. She come with enough stuff for its price point. However, the actual execution is where this figure sort of fell short, especially the handguard and hand situation. When you're trying to play around with the weapons, the hand just keep coming off. The handguard doesn't want to stay on. This combined with the fact that the front hair just keep coming off, it is overall a very annoying experience, which again, it's a shame because I really want to like this figure. And if you don't want to pose her with the weapons, it is actually fairly enjoyable, to be honest. But it sort of loses half the appeal of this figure, right? So yeah, it's sort of disappointing in that regard. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.